As the music world continues to move very fast, when new songs pop up every week and social media trends change almost every day, there is one phenomenon that still makes many people wonder until 2026. How is it possible that a song released for the world's biggest sports event is still being talked about, played, and used in various videos around the world? The song is Dreamers, performed by Jungkook from BTS for the 2022 FIFA World Cup Qatar. 4 years have passed since the historic night when Jungkook stood in front of tens of thousands of spectators at the opening ceremony of the World Cup. But until now, the name Dreamers still often appears in various conversations of music fans, football fans, to social media users who may not even follow K-pop. This phenomenon makes many people ask, what exactly makes the song last so long? Why is the song that was originally made for a sports tournament still have a strong attraction in 2026? Many music observers believe that the answer is not as simple as Jungkook is a member of BTS. In fact, not all songs sung by big artists can last for years. The entertainment world has proven that popularity can come quickly and disappear even faster. But what happened to Dreamers was actually different. This song is like having a second life that continues to grow from year to year. When it was first released, many people thought Dreamers was just a temporary soundtrack that would be remembered during the World Cup. But the prediction turned out to be far off. After the tournament ended, the song did not disappear. On the contrary, the song continues to be used in various motivational videos, sports compilations, travel content, to inspirational videos made by creators from various countries. There is something unique in the message that the song brings. While many popular songs focus on love stories, heartbreaks, or glamorous lives, Dreamers talk about dreams, hopes, courage, and the belief to move forward. Themes like this don't have a time limit. The relevant message in 2022 still feels strong in 2026. Even for some people, the meaning of the song feels deeper as they get older and their life experience. Jungkook's voice is also a factor that cannot be ignored. Many music critics judge that one of the greatest strengths of this song is Jungkook's ability to convey emotions without sounding excessive. He doesn't just sing lyrics. He seemed to revive every word that came out of his mouth. When the refrain part is heard, the listener can feel the optimistic energy that makes them want to keep moving forward. Interestingly, the virality of this song does not only come from the ARMY circle. Many football fans who initially did not know BTS actually started to like the song after watching the opening of the World Cup. They associate the song with the emotional moments that happened during the tournament. Historic goals, surprises from small teams, to cries of victory and defeat seem to be stored in the memory with the song. For millions of football fans, listening to the Dreamers intro is not just listening to a song. It is a journey back to the moment when the world gathered in one big celebration. This nostalgia is one of the reasons why the song continues to survive. Every time it is played, many people feel like returning to the World Cup atmosphere that is full of spirit and hope. On social media, this phenomenon is even more interesting. In 2025 and entering 2026, various short videos will use Dreamers as background music again. Many content creators think that the song has a universal energy that is suitable for almost all themes. From sports videos, education, travel, to personal success stories, this song can blend with various types of stories. What is even more surprising is the emergence of a new generation of listeners who discovered the song for the first time. Many teenagers who during the 2022 World Cup were still too young to follow the event are now starting to get to know Dreamers through digital platforms. They listen to the song without the burden of nostalgia, and still love it. This shows that the appeal of the song not only depends on past memories, but also has a musical quality that is able to stand alone. Jungkook's name itself becomes an important part of this story. Over the past few years, his reputation as one of the most influential vocalists in the world continues to grow. Every project he works on always gets a lot of attention. But among his various achievements, many fans believe that Dreamers have a very special place. This song is considered as a symbol of Jungkook's journey from a talented teenager in South Korea to a figure who is able to represent Asian music on the world's largest sports stage. When he performed at the opening of the World Cup, many people saw him not only as a member of BTS, but as a global artist who was able to unite various cultures through music. There are also emotional reasons that keep this song alive. Many fans associate Dreamers with important times in their lives. Some listen to it when they are pursuing their dreams. Some of them make it an encouraging song when facing difficult times. Music often marks a period of life, and for many people, Dreamers has become the soundtrack of their personal journey. This phenomenon shows that a song does not have to be the most complicated or the most experimental to last long. Sometimes, a song just needs to be present at the right time with the right message. That's what seems to happen to Dreamers. The song was born in the midst of a global celebration, carrying a simple but powerful message, and sung by an artist who is able to convey emotions sincerely. Now, in 2026, when many other songs have come and gone, Dreamers is still playing. Still used in various videos. Still talked about by music and sports fans. Still able to make people sing along when the refrain part starts to be heard. And maybe that's the biggest reason why this song hasn't lost its charm. Because in the end, Dreamers is not just a song about the World Cup. The song has turned into a song about human hope. About the courage to dream even though the world is constantly changing. About the belief that everyone has the opportunity to pursue something greater than themselves. Maybe that's the most surprising reason. Not because of a great promotion strategy. Not just because of Jungkook's big name. But because millions of people around the world find a part of themselves in the song. And as long as humans still have dreams to pursue, as long as Dreamers will continue to find their listeners, even years after the World Cup lights go out. But the story about the viral Dreamers in 2026 did not stop there. There is another thing that many observers of the music industry are starting to realize. This song does not only survive because of nostalgia or because of Jungkook's popularity, but because it managed to pass the most difficult test in the modern entertainment world, the test of time. In the current digital era, public attention has become a very expensive commodity. Every day there are new songs, new artists, new trends, and new challenges that compete for a place on people's mobile phone screens. Even the song that once ranked number 1 on the world charts often disappeared in just a matter of months. But when people reopened their playlist and found Dreamers still stored there, a big question arose. What makes this song different? Some fans believe that the answer is in the emotion that Jungkook brings when he brings it. They remember how the opening night of the World Cup was not just an ordinary show. It was a moment that showed a young singer from South Korea standing in front of billions of pairs of eyes from all over the world. The extraordinary pressure actually gave birth to one of the most iconic appearances in his career. Many still remember how the spotlight of the stadium illuminated the grand stage in the middle of the Qatar desert. Music started playing, and when Jungkook's voice was heard, the stadium filled with tens of thousands of spectators immediately gave an amazing response. The moment then spread to the whole world through television broadcasts and social media. Even until now, the performance footage still often appears in various video compilations of the best moments of the World Cup. The phenomenon also has a big impact on BTS's image in the eyes of the international public. For many years, BTS has been known as a global group. But Jungkook's performance in the World Cup gave a new dimension to their influence. Many people who had never listened to Korean music before began to find out who the singer was who performed confidently on such a big stage. Not a few finally discovered the world of BTS through Dreamers. They began to listen to the group's songs, get to know the members' journey, and understand why millions of fans love them so much. In many ways, Dreamers become the entrance for a new generation of listeners. In various fan forums, touching stories often appear. There was someone who admitted to listening to that song while preparing for an important exam. There are also those who make him a friend during difficult times when he loses the motivation to live. Some even say that the song reminds them to keep moving forward when they are about to give up on chasing their dreams. Stories like this are what make a song have a long life. Streaming statistics are important, but emotional bonds are much more valuable. When a song succeeds in becoming a part of someone's life journey, that song will not be easily forgotten. Towards the middle of 2026, many content creators also began to discuss the journey of Dreamers again. Some call it one of the most successful sports soundtracks in the last decade. Others call it a perfect example of how music can surpass its original purpose. The song that was originally made to celebrate football has now become a symbol of hope for many people in various fields of life. There are even fans who joke that Dreamers have reached eternal status. Every time a new trend appears that is predicted to replace its popularity, the song always finds a way to reappear on the social media homepage, as if he refused to be forgotten. Meanwhile, Jungkook's name continues to grow into one of the most influential global music icons of his generation. His every achievement always attracts the attention of the international media. But interestingly, when fans discuss the most historic moments in his career, Dreamer's performance is almost always on the top list. For many people, it was the night when Jungkook showed the world that even seemingly impossible dreams could come true. A young man who used to practice for hours every day is now standing on a stage that is watched by billions of people. The story is in harmony with the main message of the song he sings. And maybe that's where the biggest secret lies why Dreamers is still viral until 2026. The song doesn't just talk about dreams. The song itself is a real proof of a dream that has been realized. When the listener presses the play button, they not only hear the melody and lyrics. They heard stories about struggle, hope, courage, and faith. They heard the story of someone who dared to dream big and eventually managed to inspire millions of people around the world. Because of that, even though time keeps running and trends keep changing, Dreamers still survive. Still loved. Still being sung. And as long as there are people who believe in their dreams, as long as the song performed by Jungkook will continue to find a place in the hearts of his listeners. What was originally just an opening song for a football tournament has now turned into something much bigger. A symbol. A collective memory. A source of inspiration that continues to live from generation to generation. And who would have thought, for years after it first echoed on the World Cup stage, that song still made the world sing along? Maybe even louder than before.